cross on the far post, he's picked out Becchio! What a goal! Luciano Becchio restores Leeds advantage!
Strike from Tom, goalkeeper's left it, but Benny Sharp has back what could be a winner.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Matchday Live, where the team are looking to extend their winning run here at Elland Road in today's game against Middlesbrough. And you can watch today's game with us outside of the UK and Ireland. Now, we are reunited with Jermaine Beckford for this one. High five.
We are indeed.
Can we have a look at these, please, Jermaine? We are so impressed with these.
I've got the heavy duty boots on because I don't want to get stuck in the snow.
They look bigger than your head then.
I know. It's awkward, wouldn't it?
We are big fans of these boots because it is so cold out there. As you're watching at home, I'm guessing you're not outside, you're indoors, you're in the right place. It is bitter, is it not?
The cold cuts right through you. Honestly, it's not pleasant for those out there. For us, to be fair, it's nice and toasty in here.
It's lovely. We'll take this all day long. But you know what, genuinely, as a player, when the weather is like this, how long does it take to actually warm up?
To be honest, not very long. You do little stretches inside, you do mobility movements to try and warm yourself up. If you're a little bit soft like I am, then I get in the jacuzzi beforehand and just warm my body up.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I mean, like it's all preparation for the match, isn't it? That's what we're in there for.
But surely, if you're in the jacuzzi, then you're going to be cold. You're going to feel the cold when you come outside, are you not?
Yeah, but not when you're in the jacuzzi. Anyway.
I like it. Look, before we crack on and look ahead to today's game, let's reflect on that win against Swansea midweek because that was utterly epic. Three great goals and 3 very important points. What were you most impressed with in that game?
The reaction after going a goal behind. I mean, we scored a goal nice and early, which was ruled out for offside, which I'm not entirely sure about. But the reaction, I think, was the most important thing for me. Absolutely fantastic. We've got a lot of players in there that are playing with so much confidence. Ethan Ampadu, Jorginho as well. I mean, like, Jamie Shackleton's back on the bench. I mean, there's so many positive elements of the team currently that makes it more enjoyable for us to watch and enjoy as a football fan.
We've got to just give a special nod as well to that Jorginho celebration because you know the story behind that, don't you?
Yeah, massive fan, isn't he?
Yeah, it's to do with our dear friend Matt Lewis, who of course presents the official Leeds United podcast, and they agreed that he would do that celebration when he scored his goal, and Matt was so happy. Well, we know him, so we know how happy he will have been with that.
He would have been super giddy, bouncing around the plate. Honestly, we should have behind the scenes footage of him celebrating that goal with Jorginho. I think that would be golden.
He'd have been delighted with it. But what a performance! And you know, when you look at it, 6 wins in a row at home here, Bex. We talk about Elland Road being a fortress, but how impressive is it what this team have done already?
Oh, it's incredible. Everybody that comes here, obviously, Leeds United's a massive football club worldwide, and you know, you always want to do your best against the bigger teams. So every team that comes here is going to treat this game like it's the FA Cup final. You know, so you know ultimately straight away you're up against it. You're going to see the best version of the players that are coming here. So it's going to be difficult. You've got to be disciplined, you've got to be organised, you've got to be focused, you've got to have a certain level of determination and drive to make sure you implement the manager's style and his directions perfectly. And that's exactly what we've seen. Some of the games have been a little bit ropey, a little bit bouncy here or there, but ultimately we've scored the goals, we've created lots of opportunities, lots of chances, and more importantly, we've taken them.
Yeah, and like I say, for those of you that can't be at Elland Road, outside of the UK and Ireland, you can watch today's game with us. Just scan the QR code that you can see on screen and you can buy your Matchday pass there. Let's look ahead to this game then, because Middlesbrough are going to be a slightly different prospect to Swansea. They're going to come here to win today, aren't they, Bex?
They will. They're coming off the back of a great victory against Preston, 4-0, which is not an easy thing to do. They've not lost many games at all in the last 7 or 8 game outings, so you know they're going to be positive. As I mentioned before, they're coming to a massive football stadium, a massive football club, and this is two teams that you could easily argue should be in the Premier League. This should be a Premier League fixture. Two great clubs, two great fan bases. Middlesbrough were unfortunate last season not to get promoted. I think they got to the semi-finals and didn't quite make it from there onwards, but they'll be here with a vengeance. Michael Carrick's working wonders with this team, doing really well. They've got a couple of really interesting players. We're seeing Johnny Howson come back as well, which is going to be interesting from my own personal perspective, having played with him in the team, knowing what he's capable of and the influence he has. But also, you know, Sam Greenwood, who's not eligible to play today, has had a nice little time there as well. I think he's played 12, he scored 4, he's got a couple of assists. So, you know, all of those guys are going to be wanting the team to do well here today.
What's Middlesbrough's approach going to be, Bex, against us?
I can't see it being aggressive, front-footed, in your face, because we dominate possession really well. It's really difficult to get the crowd quiet here as well, and I think what they would want to do more so is minimise the amount of chances that we create. They've conceded quite a few goals this season, I think 26 goals this season, so they concede quite a few goals, so they're going to want to stop giving us as many chances as possible, you know. But we've got super players like Jorginho, like Somerville, like Dan James is having a great run. Peru. There's lots of players that create chances but get on the end of them as well. So it's going to be a really difficult game for them today.
Team news wise, look, we know there's just been one change on the bench. Jamie Shackleton coming in for Junior Firpo, who's injured. We've mentioned a few times it's quite evident that Daniel Farke has his favoured starting 11, really, doesn't he now?
Yeah, he does. Which, I mean, like, you can't really argue with it, because every time they've played, they've played really well, and they've given him exactly what he's asked for. But then on the other side of that, you look at the bench. The bench that we've got access to are so strong. So we'll play the game. If it's 0-0 with 65 minutes gone, he'll bring on 5 more players who are just as good as the players that are currently starting. So, you know, you're just getting another injection of the quality that we've seen for the first 60 minutes or so, but with more energy.
Well, let's get the thoughts of Daniel Farke, shall we? He spoke to the press ahead of today's game against Middlesbrough.
Most important topic is that you score goals. I've spoken about this in the beginning of the season. I spoke about something like 35 striker goals, and if there is one main striker who scores 35 and the others not, or if there are 4 strikers who share it equally, if I'm honest, I don't mind. The most important topic is that you share goals, but it's always good to be not predictable, that you have many threats. And yeah, it's quite crucial that there is not just one main man who scores. It's always good to have this, and we are on a good path in many ways. But you need goals from all over the pitch, but not just from our offensive players, also from our defensive players. So I mentioned Luke Ayling was a crucial goal. Pascal Sturridge was already there. Liam Cooper. So we need also this goals, this strength from set pieces, also during the season, because sometimes. When there's a tight game and it's difficult and the opponent parks a bus, sometimes you even have to open the goal with a goal out of a header, or out of a set piece, or out of second phase. So it's good to have many players on the pitch who can score goals. I think we still can prove a bit our effectiveness up front, although we are there with good numbers already. I think we can add even a few more goals out of perhaps even a bit more defensive positions. We have already a few, but it's also time to score again out of a set piece. So it's at least my gut feeling. So we need this again as well. And yes, if we do this, then we're on the good path.
Just finally from me, again with reference to what you said after the game on Wednesday in regards to not selecting Luke Ayling for the squad on that particular game. How difficult is it to have a conversation like that? And as a manager, how do you keep the whole of the squad happy when some might not be getting the minutes, but the team is winning?
Yes, it's the most difficult part of the job, because you're not working just like on the FIFA PlayStation, when you just press some buttons and there are no emotions. So you don't work with robots, you work with human beings, and this is what you always have to keep in mind. And also the experience how you felt yourself as a player. It's sometimes difficult to see and to judge a whole picture. It's more like you just listen to a decision and have a look on a decision out of a pretty individual and subjective perspective, and I know how tough it is. And my experience is also always openness and honesty and the truth. So the players don't want any excuses or something, more like to spin around the picture, to be open, to be direct, to be honest. This is the best way. And I think it's not possible to keep all the players happy. Yeah? You're working with a group of nearly 30 young people, full of energy, full of adrenaline, full of pride, and everyone wants to play each and every second. But just 11 are allowed to start, and quite often just 6 are allowed to have 90 minutes. So it's not possible to keep them all happy, but that's a part of the game. That's also a part of the job, and you have to show some leadership. And my experience is always the best way is always like, don't let your levels, your standards drop. Honesty, transparency, clear decisions and direct decisions. This is always the best way, and not searching for any excuses or to wrap it in a nice little message. So the best way is always open and direct.
Daniel Farke there, and he talked again, Bex, about that effectiveness in front of goal and how important that is. Does that just come with time?
It comes with time, it comes with trust, it comes with practice, and it comes with belief as well. So all of the players trust the manager now. I think we've all seen that. They all trust each other. I think we've seen that. They've got great friendships and relationships on and off the pitch, which is evident. You know, we can see it. You can tell with like the little partnerships that are growing as well. You've got Glen Kamara and Ethan Ampadu in the middle of the pitch as well, who have been absolutely fantastic. The defenders, the two centre halves, Rodon especially, trusts Ilian Melia in goal. You've got Somerville, you've got Peru, you've got Jorginho, you've got Dan James. There's a level of trust that goes on with everybody, so it does make it that much easier.
And also with the senior players as well, he spoke about them, the influence and importance of them. You'll know from your time playing just how crucial they are in terms of how it feels both on and off the pitch. Yeah, again,
I lead back to the belief and the trust in your teammates and your friends, because they're not only teammates anymore. It's friends. You know, they're going over to each other's house for dinner. They go out with each other. There's so many different levels and layers of being a football player that a lot of people don't necessarily see.
He discussed as well keeping players happy who aren't playing, which I imagine is very difficult for any manager.
Yeah.
But does it make it slightly easier when you're winning?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, if the team's playing well but losing, there's an argument for the players that are on the fringes to say, well, look, I know we're playing well, but if you put me in there, maybe I could be the difference to turning a loss into a draw or a draw into a win. When the team's winning and they're playing well, you don't really have a leg to stand on unless there's a suspension or an injury, God forbid. Then that's the opportunity, the moment that players can say, right, well, now's my chance. As soon as they get that chance as well, though, they know they have to take it, because the players that have been in there have been in there because the manager trusts them and they've done a great job. Yeah,
and we talk about just how healthy that is, that competition. Look, you mentioned Glen Kamara there, who has received a lot of praise for his recent performances, and LUTV caught up with him earlier this week.
Home's like a fortress, you know. You got to keep it clean, and hopefully we keep on getting good results at home. So it's nice to always pick up wins there, and hopefully we can keep this run going.
a special night for Jorginho getting his first goal at Elland Road. He brought out the wizard celebrations. Do you think he's a wizard now?
In his own way, but yeah, no, fantastic player, you know, great touch for the goal as well, and yeah, he's been working really hard, you know, he's been assisting a lot of people as well, so yeah, delighted for him.
Speaking about home form, home games, for yourself in Leeds now, been here a number of months. Do you feel like you're settled? How's it been? How's that transition been settling in here?
Yeah, I feel like I'm at home now a little bit more than I did in the beginning. You know, it's always different to come to a new team and settle in. But yeah, everyone's been fantastic. You know, from the fans, the players, the manager, and yeah, I'm feeling like I'm at home.
Yeah, we're certainly seeing that in your performances as well. But how difficult or how much of a change is it moving clubs and then not having probably much of a pre-season and then trying to almost play catch-up as the season's gone on? Because that's difficult, but then obviously you get your benefits as we're seeing now.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I didn't have the best of pre-seasons, but yeah, I'm feeling a lot more fitter. I'm feeling a bit more confident, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to every other game that comes by. So yeah, I'm happy here.
Speaking of another game, come quick, come fast, round the corner, Middlesbrough again at home, a different challenge in Middlesbrough, but one everyone looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely. You know, championship's tough. You know, back-to-back games all the time. So yeah, we're just looking forward to the next game ahead, and yeah, hopefully we can get a good result again.
How do you approach the teams coming up? Is it, yeah, you do the video sessions looking at their strengths, weaknesses, but is there a lot of emphasis on ourselves, getting ourselves right and putting out the best version as we can?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we got a lot of belief in the group as well. So if we can get our performance right, hopefully we can get the result right too. So we know they're going to be a tough team. You know, they're doing well. So hopefully we can just get it right and play well and get the good result.
He speaks really well. How impressed have you been with his performances this season so far?
I'm very impressed, very impressed. Again, the partnership between himself and Ethan Ampadu in midfield has been absolutely fantastic. They offer so much between them. They've got the energy to get up and down the pitch. They've got a little bit of creativity about them as well. They break up play as well. I've enjoyed watching them.
That they struck up that partnership so excellently, so well. Is there an element, obviously it can be taught, but is there an element, Bex, where you just get players who click with each other?
But again, I revert back to what I said before. It's the friendship off the pitch as well that helps to create, to build those trust moments for while the game goes on. Look, the first couple of games of the season, Archie Gray was unbelievable in centre midfield, and for one reason or another, we had 1 or 2 injuries. He got moved out of position into a right back position. Glen Kamara and Ethan Ampadu filled that hole in midfield. And all 3 of those players have been absolutely, they've been scintillating, give or take 1 or 2, 7 out of 10 games, rather than the 8, 9s that we become accustomed to seeing. They've all slotted in their positions absolutely fantastically well. So, look, I've enjoyed watching it, and I hope to see him score. I mean, like, I want to see him score. He's had 1 or 2 chances, he's rushed it a little bit, just take his time just a little bit more and I want to see a celebration from him.
Absolutely.
I think that's all it is.
Well, he had to be patient as well, didn't he? Glen Kamara. What does that say about his attitude? You know, the fact that he did have to wait, and now we are seeing such good performances from him.
Well, look, he knew that as soon as he had an opportunity to play, he's going to have to take it with both hands. And while he was playing at Rangers, I thought he was really, really good. He did really well while he was there, played many games, lots of minutes, and made himself an integral part of their team and how they played. And he's done exactly the same here. Like, very similar in terms of the expectation levels, the pressures that come with being at a big football club. And he's just taking it all in his stride.
Well, you know what it's time for, don't you? Yes!
Celebrity Art Club.
Yes! Is that what we're calling it? Celebrity Art Club. It's LUTV's Art Club, I'll have you know.
LUTV Celebrity Art Club.
Yes, we'll take that. And this week it was the turn of Glen Kamara.
What? I want to say Chris, maybe.
A disclaimer, the player's not got blonde hair.
Bamford?
Yeah.
I was going to say that, to be fair. Okay, he's got a small body, big head. Oh, wait. Trying to say it's me? Wait. Nah. I'm gone. Why you put my head so big, girl? got like some yellowish boots right now.
That is so insulting.
Look at the fingers.
What about the teeth?
I couldn't get to the look at the fingers.
That drawing needs veneers, whoever that is.
My
I couldn't
gosh.
even get to the fingers. I
And
was
gloves.
too fixated on the mouth. Who do you think that is? Any ideas?
Oh my gosh, the Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz? I don't know.
I mean, that's an insult to the Scarecrow.
I know. Flipping it. The drawings have gotten worse, haven't they?
They definitely have. They've
My
rapidly
word.
deteriorated, although it didn't get off to a great start originally anyway.
No.
If you have any idea who you think that is, get in touch. Use the WhatsApp number that you can see on screen, or get in touch on social media. Let us know who you think that could be.
I don't know who it could be.
Aside from the Scarecrow, any ideas at all?
No. No. It was rubbish. And I'm usually nice with things
I
like
was
that.
going
Was
to say,
rubbish.
would you say that to his face?
100%. I'm going to go down there in a minute. Well, not before the game, after the game.
Yeah, I'd leave it a bit Bex if I were you. Look, kick-off is just a matter of minutes away.
Unbelievable.
So, our approach, it's not going to change, is it, in a game like this? Not at home, not against Middlesbrough.
No, it's not going to change. It shouldn't change either. Look, we do really well when we're on the front foot, when we're pushing high up the pitch, and we've got the fans behind us, giving the fans something to cheer about. And it's the feelings mutual as well. The fans want to see something that they respect and enjoy, and the players want to hear the fans enjoying themselves. So it's kind of a little bit of give, a little bit of take. So a little bit of the same.
As a player, how much confidence does it give you when you are here, when you're at Elland Road, and you can hear the fans? I mean, we can hear it. You can probably hear it from in here as well. It sounds incredible, but you know what it's like to actually be on there.
It's unbelievable when you're in the tunnel as well, especially just before the fans can see you. Just listening, you can feel the vibration starting to build a little bit. As soon as the music starts coming on, oh my gosh, the goosebumps creep in, the energy, the adrenaline starts bumping up. It takes it to a whole nother level.
And that is probably part of the reason that this could potentially be the 7th win in a row here at Elland. I don't want to jinx it.
I've got my fingers crossed. I'm not going to say anything, but I've got my fingers crossed.
But what are you saying?
We're going to win 2-0.
Is that what you're saying, 2-0?
I'm hoping. Let us know what you think.
Oh, all right, Bex is taking my job.
Take a back seat, Emma.
Okay.
So let us know what you think at home. I'm saying 2-0 Leeds United. What are you saying, Emma?
I'm saying, do you know what? I'm going 3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
There you go. So you've heard our predictions. Let us know what you're thinking.
Anything else you like? I'll tell you what, Bex, would you like to throw us over to our commentary team?
And here is our commentary team, Bryn Laws and Tony DeRigo.
But before that, we're going to hear from Joe Rodon.
Well, Joe, it's been a good run so far this season at home. Do you want to keep that going today?
Yeah, I think it's important. We got a really strong record at home, and it's going to be a very difficult game today. But like we said, we want to carry on the momentum and get the 3 points.
You had a good result in midweek, but so did Middlesbrough. Will they be lifted by that, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a team that's going to be pushing for the top end of the table this season. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting game, and yeah, we treat every game as going to be a hard game, and all we can do is play our game and hopefully get the 3 points.
Another winter's day, proper winter's day, full house here. Should be a great atmosphere, shouldn't there?
Yeah, I think every home game for me has been brilliant atmosphere, and the fans have been incredible. So yeah, today it's another home game, and hopefully we can do them proud and get the 3 points.
Welcome back to Elland Road. Doesn't seem so long since we were last sitting up here, freezing cold on the gantry. That's very much the scenario for this one again this afternoon, as Middlesbrough provide the opposition for Leeds here at Elland Road in what has the look of a big championship fixture. Something of a local derby, this one. What is it, an hour or so to Middlesbrough up the A1 and the A19, no more than that. Put your toe down, you might be able to do it a little bit quicker, but I wouldn't advocate that, of course. But the two teams will be locking horns shortly. It's been another great crowd inside the stadium for this one. Middlesbrough fans have travelled in really good numbers down that route, and they will take their place in the midst of another sellout crowd here at Elland Road. The day has begun not quite in the way that Leeds United wanted. Leicester City scored a late winner to beat West Bromwich Albion. West Brom having equalised in the 90th minute. Leicester then scored in added time. So they've added another 3 points to their total at the top of the table. But I guess the focus for Leeds isn't Leicester. I guess the focus for Leeds isn't Ipswich. I guess the only focus for Leeds is Leeds.
You're absolutely right. Yes, we need to do the business. Whatever else happens elsewhere, that's not in our control. And I think what we are doing, certainly here at Elland Road, has been really impressive. We're starting to really get into our stride. We want to make this place a fortress. The players must be very confident when they get out on that pitch. They're looking around at their teammates and thinking, wow, the front four we can score goals. Can we then control games, keep clean sheets? And that will mean clearly winning 3 points. So I think another one today is going to be absolutely vital. And you're right, but Borough are going to come here and really give it a good go.
Yeah, Middlesbrough were winning their midweek match. They had an extra day as well, an extra day's rest. They played on Tuesday night. They beat Preston